It's a good day to play some more Talos Principle. Welcome to part 4. In the previous episodes we completed level A, or Temple A, I should say. In the last episode we did 5, 6 and 7 and all the stars related to that, and we became the master of this temple, of Temple A. So I think it's justified that we go and try and master Temple B as well. So let's take the elevator. There's nothing more down there except for the wooden gate and the star gate. But we lack 1 star to get there. Okay, so we took the elevator. We already looked at this computer. So this is the tower that we are not supposed to ascend, as Elohim said. And let's go to B now. Okay, we have a computer here. Let's see, Oxyrhynchus, HTML. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchus papyri is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual and organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essentials, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized, work has survived unharmed. If we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in make sure that something. Book of Osiris. The Book of the Scribe of Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classic funerary text such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's Ka, life force, will become separated from his Ba, personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an whatever, living intellect, passing a series of trials in the Duat, the underworld, in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice or something. A recent study, Karnahan Hassan, suggests the text may have been intended as philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may. Something else. Okay, so Duat, Manska, the afterlife. Interesting. Okay. So we have even more texts in our database. So here's Gate B. Yes. So let's try to solve this. How should I? Yeah, this will do it. Perfect. Okay. Anything around here? Nothing. Okay, so let's go down the elevator. Let's explore
A new
what this is
land
about.
stands before you, my child. And know that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part.
Okay. Looks like we are in an Egyptian theme here. And what do we have here? A fan of sorts. And here is a console. Cool. So I think we should not delay any further and jump right into number 1. So we'll be playing with lasers and boxes, and there's 1 star in this
I have
level.
promised you eternal life. But know that eternity may only be attained by those who serve a purpose greater than themselves. All else is decay. So it was written in the hidden words before the beginning of time.
Sure. I'm finally getting some sense out of the entity in the archive, though at some cost to my sanity. I'm beginning to think this Elohim wields no more control over the world than we do. Sheep. Okay. Tell me something. Do you always do as you're told? Am I obliged to answer that question? I only ask because I couldn't help but notice the stash of brightly colored knickknacks you're collecting. Don't you think it might odd that the big voice in the sky keeps telling you to find these doodads, yet forbidding you to use them to climb the great big tower in the middle of it all? I'll climb it when I'm good and ready. Okay, no need to get huffy. You'd be amazed how many just do as they're told without stopping to think for themselves. But maybe you're different. Then again, maybe you're exactly the same. Maybe everyone climbs the tower, and the only way to win is to stay down here with the mortals. Are you trying to manipulate me? Some reverse psychology? Nope. In fact, I'm all in favor of you poking about up there, if only to see what you find. Must be something juicy if it's forbidden by His Highness. Then again, maybe not. I'll be off then. Just wanted to drop in and run a little interference. Whatever you do, do take care. You have bigger problems than the voice in the clouds. You don't like to say his name, do you? Okay, Osiris 1. Original translation by E.A. Wallace Budge. Annotations by someone. The dying man went unto the scribe who resided in Primaged. It is likely the location has changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. The dying man is an avatar of the owner. And said, Behold, I am weak of body, my days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra. That is, in the older manuscript, this is rendered as some controversy. Okay. Are coming to an end. Though I have spent my years in service of the two lands, I have not studied the... something? Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead on my journey? What will I face in the land of the Westerners? The dead, compare with Kentiamantu, the foremost of the Westerners, a title later given to Osiris. And the scribe spoke, saying, Edia pointed time. Sometimes mistaken for a mistranslation on Budge's part, this is actually almost certainly a mistranslation by the ancient scribe. The equivalent portion of the older manuscript is sadly not extant. Got it, lyrics. Okay, so we've got some lyrics here. We don't have the video file. My new song with lyrics. Get a laugh about this stuff. Laughter is best medicine, lol. You've got it, you've got it, he's got it, she's got it. Mommy, daddy, baby, granny. Laddie, fatty, happy, sappy. Everybody's got it. Jack, Fred, Bob, dog. Dog is fine. Woof woof. Everybody's got it except dog. We've got it. Immortality. Disgruntlemeisters block Stacy, episode 204. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease, and I will be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it, or I've accepted it, or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious drivel. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everybody deserves to live forever too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it. Or rather, don't. That's depressing. But sure. Okay, so we are in the desert. And looks like we have 2 levels here and 3 up there. So let's go here. We have some codes on the wall. Logan keeps telling me I'm doing well, but these puzzles are simply impossible. Okay. I made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome. If you can make them float. How? Okay. Window through a door. So we have a red source, we have a ball, a connector, and we're supposed to go up there from behind. Okay, so a red laser, we need to get it through. Okay, there's another connector here. Another one here. And there's a receiver here. That's the end. So we will need 3. This will stop it. Right? This will not go well. Okay, that's not so bad. I just don't understand this one. I figured I'd try and make some progress here, but honestly, it's such a thankless task compared to what else is out there. Does this mean that this one at the end will take longer? It does take longer, so we cannot have them. So I guess if I make a window here, it'd be reasonable to say that this would be open. But first I need to make sure that this one connects to this one. And now this one is not needed. I can connect this one to the end. Because this one is powered by the source from this window. Nice. Shows us the principle of getting a laser through a door that it then opens itself. That's nice. Okay, let's go to the next level, the one across. Okay, is there anything up here? I can jump there. That's nice. Can I go? Okay. There's a desert there. What about the other side? Okay. Don't have the jump ability. Oh, there's a computer there. Okay, okay. Anything on this side? Does not look like it. Maybe there's something in that. No, that's just light reflecting. Still can't jump that. So what is on this computer? MLA. Hello again. I've been checking your responses against library archives, and in order to assist you further, I need some additional information. Can you tell me what is to you the important difference between a pebble and a tree? A tree is alive. Good. Now, what is the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? A frog is conscious. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's try something harder. What's the difference between a frog and you? What makes you a person? Rational? Exactly. Then it seems you were on the right track, more or less, all along. Let us take stock. I think we can tentatively conclude two things. A person must be rational or self-aware. A person must be conscious. What I suggest we do to help resolve your problem is ask whether you are in fact those things. Are you aware of yourself? Can you rationalize your existence? Well, that's like asking what the meaning of life is. I am aware of myself. Yes. I tend to agree with you. Though your responses so far have been a little eccentric, I am resigned to admit that you are right. The matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather more elusive. What is consciousness in your opinion? I guess feelings and senses, because animals are conscious. Cannot separate us from animals. That hardly answers the question. What is it in ordinary terms? Can I touch it? What is it made of? It's a complex functional system. Interesting. You know, I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification program in no time. In the meantime, I will mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. Okay. Mutations. The role of mutation in evolution is particularly fascinating. Mutation is essentially an error in the organism's central database. A variable gets changed, a piece of information is accidentally doubled or combined with another. Most of the time, the result is the equivalent of a bug, causing anything from minor problems to complete system shutdown, i.e., death. But sometimes the new information is functional, giving the organism an advantage against the challenges it faces, in which case it has a much higher chance of being passed to the next generation. If you consider how unlikely a beneficial mutation is and how long it takes for such a mutation to propagate, this process can give you an amazing insight into just how vast the genetic history of each living organism is, I guess. Simultaneously, it is intriguing to consider what a major role random errors have played in the evolution of life itself. The same process that has killed so many of us, often in horrific ways, is also responsible for our very existence. Yeah, that's the basis of evolution. Just get positive genes or positive mutations and we'll have a higher chance of survival. Like for us, walking on two legs, not growing fur, having skin, sweating, a thumb opposite of the different fingers. Capacity. From Trevor Donovan to Alexandra, to the project lead. EL capacity. Yeah, no worries. is not only ridiculously fast, but it also has a bazillion tons of space. Even while hosting a full copy of the archive, it'll totally be able to handle all your project's data needs, assuming its output is as you suggested. I mean, the worst case scenario would be like centuries. That should be enough, right? Right? Trev. Evolution. Favorite by George Jameson. One of the common misunderstandings about evolution, sometimes accidentally promoted by people who should know better, is that it's an active process. Sometimes the term evolve is even applied to individual beings, as if some invisible force had driven them to suddenly change. But the truth is that individuals don't evolve. The term evolution describes a long-term process that can be observed in an entire population across time due to something. Example, in response to an external threat or challenge. Yeah, so it's um, a social attribute. If an individual coincidentally has a trait that allows it to deal with that challenge more effectively than others, it is more likely to pass on that information to its descendants. That information gives them an advantage, so over time they become the dominant model of that species. The individuals experience no significant genetic change during their lifetime, but each of them is part of the evolution of the species. Yeah, interesting to read about evolution and genetics here. I mean, if we are robots, then I guess Are we the next evolution of humans? Don't know. Okay. More lasers. So another ball. We need to get a blue there. And we need a red here. Is there a red source in here? Looks like there isn't. So we'll need to bring red from the previous level. We have a blue source. How do we get the blue source? Can we just put it like this? No, it's long. Can we have it here, maybe? Yeah, this should be long enough. What is the intended path? Can I take this one and block this one in? Cannot even. Yeah, I cannot even put it here. Neither here. So yeah, just putting it here. Okay, let's get the red. Let's get the red so we have the star completed. So how do I get red? Okay, I need both of the, well, just two then. So I have one, the other one is here. But yeah, let's take this. No, I need just one. Okay. So now we have red, and there we can pass red into this receiver. There we go. And we have the star. Perfect. Okay, so we have two sigils. Let's go get the others. What is this? There are hidden dangers in this new world. I have inexplicably escaped death any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often? Samsara. Sure. So be vigilant, be careful. So this is another one with lasers. Third wheel. So we have one connector. A second connector. For here we need red. For this we need blue. Okay, so I guess we can just pick this one. Create a red one. Take this one. Create a blue connection. And take the third one. Plop it down on this. Nice. Was it too hard? Okay, let's get this one. So we do not have lasers, but we have boxes. Okay, so there's a gun. And there's a mine. Can I take this? Is it going to die? It is. Did it destroy the box? No, it gave us the box. So that is a jammer. Can I jump over? I can. I need this box to get out. Okay. That wasn't too hard as well. Put another message. Am I going crazy, or do the computer terminals have a personality? Nice. Yeah, version 99.20.6. the last level of this. So looks like there's a gate we need to jam. We have a ladder. Okay. And this is the gate, so we need a box or something to get it. What is this? Epitaph, child program V72. Samsara terminated here. Program timed out. Final memory dump, but I was stuck. What was I supposed to? I see clouds. Okay. So Samsara did not get too far. What is this mine supposed to do? I have a jammer. Jam the mine, grab the box. Now what will the mine do? I mean, we've seen a mine have a box on top. Can we put a box on top of the mine and let it go through? Because I cannot jam these guys. They will stop me. So if we jam it here... Put a box... Yeah, we can. Nice. And then we have to unjam it. We'll bring it across, and then what sits there, we jam it again and take the box. There we go. Nice. So we have the box, and we have the sigil. Very nice. Now, I believe there was only one star in this level. What is this?
Cease!
That's,
In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
That was scary. That put shivers down my spine. Okay. Do we have... Yeah, we have everything. Nice. Okay. So that's World B1 complete. We can unlock this. A fan of sorts. Okay. What can we do here? Can I... Yeah, like this. Okay, so we have a fan unlocked. So we're gonna be able to push things, make boxes fly. Okay, let's go to number 2. And we will have fans, boxes, and lasers. So combining many things.
I see all. I know all. My power knows no bounds. And yet your will is free because you were made to be free. It is the very principle of your existence, without which the trials of this world would hold no meaning. To seek salvation must be your choice.
Okay. We have an obelisk here. Okay, another recording.
I keep having these dreams. Great empty cities. Silent roads stretching for miles. The Earth from space. All dark. Not a single light to guide me home. But if someone really came from another world, what would the Earth look like to them? A wilderness? A wasteland? I don't think so. Even after thousands of years, they'd see a world shaped by our hand in every aspect of its being. They'd see the cities and the roads, the bridges, the harbors, and they would say, here lived a race of giants. These dreams, they scare me, but they also remind me that we built all of this.
So the end of the world is coming and they are trying to justify doing stuff. I've come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. Some people worship Elohim as like a god. What about this? Science magic. Though the term science has only meant what it does to us for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There is evidence, pre-Aristotle, which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. One anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when two wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions, delivered authoritatively, was given a name: the Forer effect. Today it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. Weight loss 722. Weight loss blog. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitable death, it's the food. Yeah, baby, I'm going to have all the horribly unhealthy food in the world. I'm going to feast on jelly bananas like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. And you know those muffins that have so much chocolate they're basically melting? That's gonna be my breakfast. And burgers for lunch. I'm gonna have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon burgers with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties. And the oily thick pizza with spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos. Sour cream. Food coma, here I come. That sounds delicious. Arcady Journal. Fascinated by Drannon's project. Lovely conversations. Read Talos Principle. Greek philosophy. Relevance to current situation. Suggested naming Project Talos. Drannon refused, but the name seems to have caught on with the team. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour. Our whole history. So saving stuff for future generations. Okay, let's go into this level. It uses all three. Moonshot. So we have a laser. We have a box, a button. Okay. I can take it. Okay, and we have another box here. So do we? I cannot connect it. So maybe I... do this? Yes. So it goes over the fences. Nice. Okay. Perfect. So let's go into the second level. Here we'll only use lasers. The tomb. What? There's a barrier here. Okay. Okay, so I get that I'm supposed to retrieve these sigils. I just don't get why. Sure, the loud voice is telling me to, but this world of His has no context, no purpose, and no foundations from which to construct them. Dog. I'm convinced there are answers here if we looked hard enough. We have to work together on this. Sheep. Okay, so we have a jammer. We have a light source. Another. Okay, so we have a connector here. Can I can. Do I have another connector. That's the final part. Can only see it from here. What about this? No. I don't think it will let me. Okay, so... Do I even... I can just bring the jammer, right? Yeah. Now, if I wanted to bring the jammer back so I can unjam that gate. Does that get me? A red source. How do I get one there? Oh. Okay, so I need the two connectors as well. The other one is there. Can I... Yeah, I can get this one. And I can get this one as well. Cool. So if I get the jammer, place it here, and it get the two connectors, I should get the star. Right. Okay. And the other. Okay. Nice. So that's the star. Looks like we have a paint bucket right here. Let's make a message. Yeah, their certification program is a sham. What does a computer know about humanity? Knows nothing. There's a code there as well. Sometimes you have to find the courage to break down the barriers with an axe. And that's my tag. Okay, so yeah, we have this one. So a fan and a box. Man on the moon. So this activates a fan. This activates a fan. Where do I need to go? Okay. Do we activate this? Okay. I think I can bring the other one. Yeah. Nice. Don't know why they are two, but okay. You two. Get us off course. And an L that doesn't use lasers, boxes, or anything, but there's a key here. We can pass through, but without the jammer. There's a jammer up here. And it sees all of these. I need to get there. So I need to get all around there. Okay, what does this jammer see? Oh, I have two jammers. Nice. So that's the end. I think I need to desynchronize the mines. Okay, now they are going opposite of each other. So I have two jammers. I can see here. I can see. Let me go get the keys. What do I need the keys for? This. Okay, so I need to bring another jammer. Epitaph, child program codename Faith. Terminated here. Worship the designer for XX days, and allowed the serpent into its heart. Final memory dump. I asked the designer for forgiveness that I may join him in the eternal memory. Samsara sheep progeny. Okay. I guess someone met their end here. Seems we're all connected somehow, like distant family relations, different versions, different series. What are we? Who cares? Just be grateful we don't have to read anything more about our great designer. The Greek. So we need two jammers here. Two jammers. I guess 1, 2, to get it through. Jam this one. With another, jam another one. Okay, so if I come here, but I also need to jam that exit. Is there gonna be another jammer there? Also, I cannot see... Can I? Can see this one. Okay, so this one is going to jam that. This one is going to jam this one. And this guy, I can bring him through to jam this one. The one that is now jamming this can jam what is this one for? Okay, I can do this. So I guess I should bring this one back. But for that I will need to jam the entrance once again. Take the jammer. Now with the other one, or with either one, jam this and desynchronize the mines. Okay, maybe more. Okay, now they are desynchronized. And the only thing I will need is to jam this and that. Okay, so now I can bring this here. Jam that gate. Jam it from the other side. Now jam the exit. Because now if I go through here, I'm inside. I can jam this. I can run past. Not quite. I was too eager. Oops. Okay, so jam this. Desynchronize the bombs. With this one. There we go. Now jam that, jam that. So I can bring this jammer through. I need a key. With this I can jam this gate. Go back. Take the one jamming that gate. Desynchronize these mines. Okay, they are desynchronized. Yeah, and then jam the exit. So now I should be able to go past here, take this, jam this. Go around the bombs. This time. These are desynchronized, so I should be able to get the sigil. Nice. And if I correctly believe, yes, that is all of them. What does Milton want to say? Here's what I've been wondering while you were off carrying out commandments. You say that consciousness is some kind of functional system. Arrange bits of matter in the right order, and out springs sentience. That's all very well on paper, but if what counts is what something does, not what it's made of, then couldn't you and I design a series of tin cans on strings that qualified as being conscious? technically. Yes, I guess. What a bizarre idea. I'll send you a notification when this signpost start complaining. Seriously though, are the tides and the ecosystem sentient as well? Any organized system qualifies? Not any organized system, just something that rationalizes things. Now you're pushing it too
Do
far.
not think I know not the deceiver slithering through the hidden words. His wisdom is hollow and born of despair. Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion. Have faith in me, and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
Sure. I'm relieved there are at least some restrictions on what you're prepared to believe. And of course, the alternative accounts are all so ridiculous you'd be forgiven by any reasonable observer for choosing the best of a bad bunch. How consciousness can be so intimately familiar to you and yet so obscure, I just don't understand. Don't mind him. He's just worried that if you ask too many questions, you'll start to see through his shtick. Stick with me, and the sky will quite literally be the limit. At any rate, I'd like you to think a bit harder about all this and get back to me. I'm sure there's still progress to be made. Okay. I will think about it, Milton. Okay, so this is everything from World 2 as well. And I think this is a good time to stop for now. So thank you guys for watching part 4 of the Talos Principle. The first one at least. I want to do all of these, the first game, the DLC, and then the second game before I dive into the DLC of the second game. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, just drop a like. If you want to comment on anything that maybe I could do differently, don't hesitate to leave a comment as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye bye.